All right, I'm here with Kathy Sexton, the productivity expert. And Kathy, you used a term the other day that just really got me curious. You talked about something called a brain dump. And I just got to know, what is a brain dump? Why is it important to know about that?
Well, as individuals alone, we have 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts that go through our head every single day.
Okay, that's a lot.
So that's a lot. And then just take you thinking of a business owner, I think is probably even
multiply
more.
that?
Right,
Okay.
multiply that. So the problem is we're always trying to keep all these things in our mind, and our conscious mind can really only remember 5 to 7 things, and then the rest start going into subconscious mind, which
Okay.
we need to have something to trigger our memory to remind ourselves.
That makes sense.
Okay? And the problem with trying to keep it all in our mind, we can't organize it in our mind. We can't prioritize it in our mind.
Yeah.
And it just starts to be getting overwhelming. It can be stressful. We kind of feel like out of control. So it just really makes it really hard for people to try and keep all their stuff in their brain. So the brain dump is to get it out of the brain and get it into a manageable piece of information.
You know, as you were talking, I imagined, like the other day I was mixing some fuel for my weed trimmer. And so you mix, oil, and it's 2-cycle, you mix oil and you mix some other stuff with it, and you pour it in a funnel, and if you pour it in too fast, it just spills over. And that's what I imagine when you're talking about all this overload of information, is that trying to dump so much into the brain that it spills over. You say, why bother? I can't remember this, just get discouraged, and like you talk about, getting out of control. And so is this common among business owners? What are you experiencing with your clients? What kind of feedback are you getting?
Definitely. I think not only business owners, I think there's a real group of people that do, that try and keep everything in their mind. And there are some people that try and keep a lot in their mind, but also with lists or multiple lists or multiple Post-it notes are all over. So I think all of us do it to some kind of extent. But when it's really starting to get stressful and overwhelming, and also if you want to be really productive or effective, it's better not to be up here and in another form.
So I understand the overload, but what is a brain dump?
A brain dump is where you're going to actually take the time to sit down and write everything out. And try and get it out of your mind. Because we have all those should do, have to do, want to do, and maybe someday I'll do type of things.
Yes.
And when they're in our mind, they just get all combobbled.
I call it a rat's nest.
That's a good example. Yes.
Well, Kathy, thanks for talking to us today about brain dump. I'll be curious to hear about how we do one.
Okay, great.
Thank you.